What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Wanted to talk to you about our friends over at Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching sports. This app is really easy to use. You just pick more or less on a few player stats, and you could win up to 1,000 times your cash on a single lineup. Best of all, Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use the promo code PFF and download the app now. The pick is in for the Vikings.
Yeah, Donovan Jackson.
It's Donovan Jackson.
They just went ahead and went guard and said, get on with it.
Wow. So I actually had Donovan Jackson as my pick to the Houston Texans one pick later. I think that they perhaps would have gone with Donovan Jackson, and now they got him off of the board. So they just complete the offensive line rebuild. With that being the pick, you have Ryan Kelly, you have Will Fries, you got the offensive tackles. You feel pretty good. It's a lot of the same philosophy the New York Jets had at number 7, right, with Armand Membou, and you say, we're not going to let offensive line be an issue for us. Totally revamp that
nasty
unit.
Line.
Look at that offensive line.
I know.
Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal. That's as good as it gets.
Well, and Darisaw probably the most important coming back from that injury.
Absolutely.
I mean,
everything changed after he got hurt, for sure.
And when you're talking about this football team, you give those receivers an extra second to run down the field, you got problems.
How much easier could your life be right now if you're J.J. McCarthy?
Oh, yeah.
Between the weapons, we already know Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, all of that. Between that and this offensive line, Donovan Jackson, look, I don't know that he necessarily has the highest ceiling of any of these offensive linemen. I did have him somewhere in the 30s as probably more of a second-round guy. But, look, if you want a guy, go get him. And I think this is a very surefire, high-floor starter in this league.
For Ohio State, too, who won a national title, they had so many superstars on that team. They would not have won a national title unless Donovan Jackson filled in at left tackle the way he did for Josh Simmons when he went down with that injury. Donovan Jackson, to get some elite defensive lines, played great out of position at left tackle too. So high character guy. He listed as a tackle in our mock draft simulator because he played tackle for the majority of the season because of the injuries, but he's most likely a guard in the NFL. I cannot be overstated how important he was to Ohio State winning a national title.
Absolutely. As valuable as any player on that team. They wouldn't have done it without him. And I think to just slot him in there and just go, boom, that's our left guard. And that's what they believe in, Jackson, taking him 24th overall and not trading down. I think then you look with their last 3 picks and you just go, maybe they trade down and get more, or they go, fill in its safety or running back depth. But they're sold on Donovan Jackson. That much is clear. Maybe they tried to trade down, didn't happen. Just get your guy then.
We have another Philadelphia story here. More offensive line, defensive line.
Yep.
It's like that is the story of the first round of this draft. 3 guards. If you're going to count Gray Zabel as a guard, which I think we are, 3 guards in the first round to go with 3 tackles.
It's a blueprint that every team obviously wants to follow. The team that just won the Super Bowl is the one that over the last couple of years has invested along the offensive line. That's what the Vikings do here.